Dry once upon a time, in a bright and colorful world called Animania, lived a cheerful little character named Carton. Carton wasn't just any character. He was a brave little carton with big, sparkling eyes and a smile that could brighten the cloudiest day. His home was nestled in lush green fields, surrounded by vibrant flowers of every color imaginable. Sparkling rivers wound their way through the landscape, and in the distance, majestic mountains touched the sky. It was a magical place, straight out of a whimsical storybook, where the air hummed with a soft, gentle magic. One morning, as the sun began to paint the sky with hues of pink and gold, Carton decided it was the perfect day for an adventure. He packed a tiny bag with all the essentials, some crunchy snacks, a carefully drawn map, and a trusty little flashlight, just in case. With his bag slung over his shoulder, he stepped out into the early morning light. Birds were singing their morning songs, and colorful flowers bloomed all around him, their petals opening to greet the new day. Carton's heart was filled with joy and excitement. He was ready for whatever lay ahead. His adventure led him to the edge of the enchanted forest. This was no ordinary forest. The trees were ancient and tall, their branches reaching up to the heavens like wise old arms. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating a magical dance of light and shadow on the forest floor. Tiny, glowing sparkles floated in the air, adding to the enchanting atmosphere. Carton took a deep breath of the sweet, earthy air and stepped into the woods. He walked cautiously at first, his big eyes wide with wonder, but his excitement soon took over. The forest was even more magical than he had imagined. As he ventured deeper, a flash of brown fur caught his eye. Perched on a branch above him was a playful little squirrel with a big, fluffy tail. "Hello there." The squirrel chattered, doing a little flip. "I'm Squeaky. What brings you to my neck of the woods?" Carton smiled his wide, friendly smile. "I'm Carton, and I'm on an adventure." Squeaky's eyes lit up. "An adventure? I love adventures. Can I come with you?" Carton was delighted to have a new friend join him. Together, they continued their journey through the magical forest, Squeaky leaping from branch to branch, chattering excitedly. Their path soon brought them to a sparkling creek, spanned by a long, rickety wooden bridge. The bridge looked a bit wobbly, swaying gently in the breeze. Carton hesitated for a moment, but with Squeaky's encouragement, he took his first careful step. "You can do it," chirped Squeaky, performing a series of acrobatic jumps on the handrail. Carton giggled and carefully made his way across, his little feet tapping on the wooden planks. The water shimmered below, and the sun sparkled on its surface. Reaching the other side, Carton felt a surge of pride. He had faced his fear and crossed the bridge. With the rickety bridge behind them, Carton and Squeaky felt like they could conquer anything. They wandered through meadows filled with whispergrass that tickled their feet and told them ancient secrets. They climbed gentle, mossy hills and slid down slopes of soft, velvety clover. Squeaky showed Carton where the sweetest wild berries grew, their juices staining their mouths purple. They even found a hidden waterfall, its water cascading down into a crystal-clear pool, creating a rainbow in the mist. Every moment was a new discovery, a new piece of magic to share. As the afternoon sun began to dip lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the land, Carton and Squeaky found themselves at the foot of the glimmering mountains. These were the mountains Carton had only ever seen from his home in the distance. Up close, they were even more magnificent, their peaks glowing with a soft, warm light. Squeaky pointed a tiny paw towards a winding path. "That trail leads to the crystal caves," he whispered. "They say the walls sparkle with 1,000 different colors." Carton's eyes grew wide with excitement. The crystal caves. That sounded like the most amazing adventure of all. The path was steep, but they helped each other along the way. When Carton stumbled on a loose stone, Squeaky was there to steady him. When a branch was too high for Squeaky to reach, Carton gave him a little boost. They were a perfect team. As they climbed higher, the air grew cooler, and the world below them looked like a beautiful painted map. Finally, they reached the entrance to the crystal caves. A cool breeze drifted out, carrying with it a faint, musical chime. Shaking. A deep breath, they stepped inside, ready to discover the secrets of the glimmering mountains. Inside, the cave was a wonderland. The walls weren't made of rock, but of giant, sparkling crystals that glowed with an inner light. Hues of pink, blue, green, and gold reflected all around them, making it feel like they were standing inside a giant rainbow. Carton and Squeaky explored every nook and cranny, their gasps of awe echoing in the vast chamber. They found crystals shaped like flowers and stars, and a small underground stream that hummed a gentle tune. It was the most beautiful place Carton had ever seen. As the day came to a close, Carton and Squeaky sat at the entrance of the cave, watching the sun set over Animania. The sky was a breathtaking canvas of orange, purple, and gold. Carton knew he would never forget this day. He had been brave, made a new friend, and seen incredible sights. "Thank you for the best adventure ever," Squeaky Carton said, giving his friend a hug. "Thank you for letting me join you," Squeaky replied. They promised to have many more adventures together. As Carton headed home under the starry night sky, his heart was full. He knew that the greatest treasures weren't found on a map, but in the memories you make and the friends you find along the way. Thanks for watching our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures with Carton and his friends. Welcome, adventurers, to the magical world of Animania, a land painted with the brightest colors you can imagine, where lush green fields stretch as far as the eye can see, dotted with flowers that sparkle like jewels. The rivers here glitter under a friendly sun. Distant mountains, where crowns of misty clouds. In the heart of this wonderful place lives our hero, a cheerful little cartoon character named Carton. With his big, sparkling eyes and a smile that could brighten any day, Carton's heart is full of curiosity and a thirst for adventure. He loves his home, but he often gazes at the distant mountains, wondering what incredible secrets lie beyond the rolling hills of Animania. The world is a big, beautiful storybook, and Carton feels it's time he started turning the pages to read his own chapter. One beautiful morning, as the first rays of sunshine painted the sky in shades of gold and pink, Carton decided today was the day. His adventure was about to begin. With a determined little hop, he started packing a tiny bag. Inside, he carefully placed some crunchy nut snacks, a neatly folded map that he drew himself, and a small, trusty flashlight, just in case things got a bit dark. The birds in the sky seemed to sing a song of encouragement, and the blooming flowers waved their petals like they were cheering him on. With his bag slung over his shoulder and his heart thumping with excitement, Carton took his first step on the path leading away from his cozy home. He felt a mix of joy and bravery, ready to discover the wonders that awaited him. The path led Carton to the edge of a mysterious and beautiful place, the enchanted forest. The trees here were ancient and wise, so tall their leaves seemed to touch the sky. Sunlight filtered down through the canopy, creating dancing patterns of light and shadow on the forest floor. Tiny, magical sparkles drifted in the air, like fireflies waking up for a daytime party. Carton's eyes widened in awe. He took a deep breath, smelling the sweet scent of earth and blossoms, and stepped into the woods. He walked cautiously at first, his little Carton feet making a soft rustling sound on the fallen leaves, but his excitement quickly replaced any nervousness. Every rustle of leaves, every whisper of the wind, felt like the forest was welcoming him into its magical embrace. Deeper in the forest, as Carton marveled at a glowing mushroom, he heard a cheerful, chittering sound from above. He looked up and saw a playful little squirrel with the fluffiest tail he had ever seen, Zipping between the branches of a giant oak tree, the squirrel noticed Carton and, with a curious tilt of its head, scampered down the trunk. "Hello there," chirped the squirrel. "I'm Squeaky. Are you new to the enchanted forest?" Carton, delighted to make a friend, smiled back. "Hi, Squeaky. I'm Carton, and I'm on an adventure." Squeaky's eyes lit up with excitement. "An adventure? I love adventures. Can I come with you?" And just like that, Carton had found his first companion. The two new friends laughed and chatted as they continued their journey together, the forest feeling even more friendly and bright. Their path soon brought them to a sparkling creek, and the only way to get to the other side was a rickety wooden bridge. It looked a bit wobbly, swaying gently in the breeze. Carton hesitated for a moment, but Squeaky, ever the daredevil, simply giggled. "Don't worry, Carton. It's stronger than it looks. Watch this." Squeaky then performed a series of amazing acrobatic jumps, bouncing from one railing to the other, making the bridge dance. Inspired by his friend's bravery, Carton took a careful step onto the bridge. One plank, then another. He could see the clear water shimmering below. Was little fish swimming in and out of the sunbeams. With Squeaky cheering him on, Carton walked steadily across, his confidence growing with every step. They reached the other side, laughing and ready for whatever came next on their incredible journey. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow along for the next part of Carton's adventure.